Am I the asshole for telling my younger brother that I don't care that he's trans? I know that the title sounds bad, but I don't know. Basically, my brother came out last year as trans. My family is supportive and we're taking him to therapy and have bought binders. However, ever since he came out, he's been making any conversation about him being trans. For example, my mom and I were talking about what music we liked, and he pipes up, "I'm the stereotypical trans person. I like trans music." Another time we were talking about how my grandpa, who beat COVID, he's 93, and how he was doing, and he starts talking about how the average lifespan of a trans person is only 30 years. Now, normally I start ignoring him, but today I snapped when he derailed multiple conversations that I was having with my dad, and I said, "I don't care that you're trans," and he left the house. I understand that he wants to talk about this, but he never does it in appropriate settings. Multiple times he's done it completely unprompted. I still don't know what made him say this, and it makes me so mad still. But we were with my grandpa because it was the 1-year anniversary of my grandma's death from breast cancer. He suddenly yells out, "I want breast cancer so I can cut my boobs off," since he saw an ad on the TV. My grandpa starts crying, and we had to go home shortly after. Sorry for getting off topic, but am I the asshole for saying that to my brother after he keeps talking about it?
This kid just needs attention. Like, somebody sit and talk with him, hang out with him. Clearly, y'all aren't giving him the love and, like, support he needs. So he's asking for it in this way instead.
Friend, that was an asshole comment. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but also the reactor is like, yeah, maybe it's something deeper. It's exciting for them, so of course they want to talk about it, you know. But that last comment about the breast cancer thing, that's wow, friend. That's clearly is touchy. I'm a little confused how they're desensitized to that statement, that comment. Like, it didn't register in their head. Like, there was no emotions attached to that, no grief, no anything. Like, that is your grandma still. So that didn't offend you? Like, I don't know. Some people are just, they're not in tune with other people's emotions, feelings, thoughts. So they be saying stuff and not think, and just don't think before they say stuff. And it's just like, but no, like, you literally affected everyone in that situation. And of course your granddad, because that's the love of his life. It was just a year ago. Like, it's still a touchy subject, man. Like, what, come correct. But yeah, friend, I feel like your sexuality, your gender, that stuff is not your identity. Like, I know it's like, it makes you, it's what people identify you as, but honestly, on the outside, people are not going to know or even care, you know. It's like saying, or me talking all the time out in my normal life outside of this, outside in public, that all I talk about is I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. Majority of people, like, maybe 2 or 3 people know in my real life that I'm gay. Like, my new friends, they don't know. My coworkers, they don't know. Like, people don't know unless they ask a question. If they ask me directly, they'd be like, I think you this, that, and they ask me. But I'm not going to just be saying that every statement is not going to be about me being gay. So I understand where he's coming from. Like, that's not your identity. You're more than that. You are more than that. Like, I'm more than just a woman. I'm more than just black. I'm more than just gay. I'm more than that. There's so much more to me. Like, I'm not one-worded. You feel me? So I see where he's coming from that point. But I do also understand that this is new to them, and they're very excited that finally they can embrace who they are.
My lesbian daughter is trying to force our whole family to dye our hair for Pride Month, so I gave her a brutal reality check. So my 15-year-old daughter has recently come as out lesbian. She is our only child, and my husband and I were extremely supportive of her. We have since stayed up many nights, doing research on how to better support your child after coming out. But our daughter almost seems to have gotten a whole lot worse attitude-wise. Since coming out, she has made every single conversation she has about gay people, about the discrimination they face, which are real issues, and I can't deny that. My main problem is when she tells us to try harder to be allies to her. At first my husband and I tolerated this kind of things from her, but as time went on it has become harder and harder to keep her mouth shut. It doesn't help that if anyone doesn't agree with her on a topic, even if it's anything not at all related to her sexuality, she is quick to call homophobia. My husband and I have become victims of these things a lot, and it hurts a lot when the daughter that you love dearly and truly support claims that you are homophobic and don't love her. It all boiled over yesterday night during dinner. It is Pride Month, and my daughter has dyed her hair in order to support it. Cool, I have nothing against it. I think Pride is a good cause to support, and my husband and I support it myself. We promised my daughter we would attend the parade with her a few weeks ago. Well, last night my daughter started talking about Pride, and how important it was for everyone to do as much as they can in order to show support. She then went on to say that she thinks it's disgusting how a straight person will not openly show support during Pride, and compared it to racism. We got into a conversation about it, and during it our daughter told us she would like us to dye our hair for the month of Pride. She said it can be any color, as long as the color is on the rainbow. I told my daughter that as much as we support her, my husband and I were not going to do that. We told her we don't see how us dyeing our hair was going to do anything really. She blew up, calling us homophobic, saying that we don't support her, saying we're anti-gay and so on. My husband was the one who actually had enough and he yelled stop so loud that even I got scared for a second. Our daughter instantly got quiet but I could see she was still angry. My husband started speaking and told her to check her privilege. She tried asking how she was privileged, and my husband replied. He stated that she is gay, and is fortunate enough to live in a country where the LGBTQ community are not seen as animals. He told her that she gets to prance around calling people names if they disagree with her and call homophobia if she doesn't like something. My husband then pulled something up on his phone. He told my daughter to look. It was a video of gay people in less progressive countries speaking about how they were treated, followed by a video of a gay person being punished. The video was horrible. Once it ended, my husband told her that this was the reality for a lot of gay people in the world, and the fact she screams homophobia at us for not dyeing our hair during Pride Month is incredibly insensitive to gay people everywhere else in the world. He told her that not dyeing our hair isn't homophobia, and if she thinks she is then she has been brainwashed. My daughter left without saying much, and has not spoken a lot to us today either. I know we need to talk to her, but we don't know how.
Honey, the moment they said 15 and all the stuff that came behind it, it was just like this new generation. Cause what, honey? What? Talking about privilege. It's like they have blinders. It's like, I don't know. Maybe because they experience what we experience and what people before us experience and people before them experience. And what is going on, honey? What is going on? Allies supporting. You can't force this on people. This like, I understand that we've gone beyond what we grew up on as millenniums, but it's still new. It's still new. And she compared it to racism. And I'm just like, I know some people will be like, yeah, I guess it's the same. It's a hate. That's okay. I guess what you're saying is hate. It's hate and hate. But the thing is, racism is about your race. I can't hide that I'm black. I can't hide this. You see it on my face, my skin, my voice, my swag, the way I walk. Black is just I can't hide it. Like I can't, I can't white face, white people can't black face. Like that's not okay. So, but when you're gay or trans or anything, people don't really be clocking you. I don't know. I don't personally just be like, oh, are they man? Are they a woman? Like, I don't be doing that. You are who you are. You say you're a woman, you a woman. You say you're a man, you're a man. If your pronouns he and him, your pronouns he is him. Your pronouns she and her, your pronouns she is her. I'm at this age now. You tell me you gay. You tell me you're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. You tell me you gay. You're gay. You tell me whatever you are. You are what you say you are to me. Like, I don't have any say-so in that. So when you're telling me that when somebody looks at me, from what I've heard in my experience, they don't clock me as gay. They don't. But however, they clock me as black. You can see that I'm black, but you can't really see that I'm gay unless I have on one of these shirts or something. You can't see that unless I have on a flag. You cannot see that. So I get what you're saying about the hate part, but when you come to, it's just like that's a comparison right there. That's a comparison. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Like, people who have experienced racism, racism is in your culture, a part of your cultural history. Is racism the same as homophobia? Comment below. You decide. I know what I think. What do you think? Friend talking about, oh, because you're not gonna dye your hair, you're not supporting me. Friend, they accepted you. They could have kicked you out, honey. They're going to Pride with you. They're doing everything. Like, I know there's some people watching. I know there's some people watching who family did not support them coming out. So, friend, you are winning. Stop it. Your dad is right. There's people in other countries. There's people in the past that couldn't be out. Like we out right now. Other countries. There's different folks, different struggles. Different people are experiencing struggles. And you over here all high and mighty trying to call somebody homophobic. Who isn't homophobic? Like what? That's wild to me. You sit on your pedestal judging other people. Like you trying to force your stuff on. That's the thing I don't like. That like no, don't force me to accept you and do what you want me to do. It's my right as a human being to be like, I'm not really freaking with this. If I don't want to do this, I don't have to do this. Like. The fact that they're like, no, we do want to support you. We do want to do this, but we just don't want to dye our hair. We don't have to always talk about, you don't have to always talk about you're gay. Like the other story we watched, you don't have to do that. We love you how you are. We're going to let you be who you are and how you want to be. So please let us be how we are and who we want to be and do what we want to do. And we let you do what you want to do. You want to dye your hair? Cool. Honestly, I don't want to dye my hair, and it's okay. It's okay.
Am I the a-hole for blowing up at my friend's girlfriend after she kept being rude to my brother's boyfriend? So I, 24 male, have a brother, 22 male, let's call him Kyle. He came out to our family when he was 18 and my parents kicked him out. I was already living by myself at this point, so I took him in. Kyle's mental state was bad. He didn't eat or sleep until I finally convinced him to seek help. Not gonna lie, I had a hard time coming to terms with the fact that he's gay, as we were raised in a conservative household, but I slowly but steadily got used to it and accepted that it wasn't a choice. Who would choose that kind of hate from others? Anyhow, since I was the only family he had left, I became very protective of him and cut many of my friends out for having the same views as my parents. Good for you. My brother got into a relationship with his boyfriend, 23 male, and is very happy. They're a cute couple, and I see how happy Kyle truly is. I just moved into a new apartment and hosted a little party with my closest friends and my brother and his boyfriend. One of my best friends, Josh, 24 male, brought his girlfriend, 24 female. Never met her as they just got together. She is a homophobic, bad person. The minute she saw Kyle holding hands with her boyfriend, she started a rant about how they are disgusting and they are sinners that shouldn't be near those that try to live the way that the Lord intended. This went on for a good 5 minutes. Oh, hell no. First sentence, you're done. You're out. My best friend tried to calm her down, but then she said, and I quote, "No wonder your parents disowned you. They wouldn't want to." I'm sorry, I didn't read this before reading this. So trigger warning, this is so hateful. But to quote her, she said they wouldn't want an F word, not the other F word associated with this story. You can pieces in place in their home. I have the rage belly right now. You know when you read something and it just like ignites a fire in you and you're like, it's time for murder. I lost it, called her a worthless piece of human, and then went on to tell her many, many, many other things that left her in tears. She ran out and my friend gave me a look and left. So others at the party were divided. Some said that what I said was justified, and others said I took it too far. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?
Honey, my thing is, she said the way God intended. Now, Jesus, let's go back to the stories in the Bible. Jesus, when he came across people who were not like him, he did not judge. He did not judge. He did not judge. Let's just put it right there. He did not judge. So what gives you the right to judge? Just because somebody is not walking like you're walking doesn't mean you have to judge them. It means still love them, because Jesus still loved all those people. Still love us. All of us now. All of us are sinners. Literally. Like, he still loves us. Jesus died for our sins. So All of this stuff, all our sins are already forgiven. Now, you right now, all you got to do is play nice. All you got to do is be nice. Stop spreading your judgment to people. Let them live their life and do like Jesus. Act like what WWJD. What would Jesus do? He would not come at them sideways. He would not. He would be like, my friend, my son, I love you. End of story. End of story. Like, and what? Y'all over here being hateful for no reason. No reason. Stop it. We're all human. We're all God's children. So if you can't play nice with your siblings, you remember back in the day when you would get in an argument with your siblings and you'd be upset and mad, your parents be like, make you say I'm sorry and hug and kiss each other, force you to do that? Y'all need to do that. Like, stop. They didn't do nothing to you. They did not do nothing to you. You mad. You being hateful because of their love. What you're supposed to be spreading is love, friend. Honey, calling people out of their name and those sensitive words that hurt people. You're not supposed to hurt people. That's not what God intended. Not to hurt, to love, literally. So, friend, I because I understand the anger that you probably, the rage that you probably put out to this woman because that's your family and, you know, sensitive about family. Blood is thicker than water. So I understand, but I also understand that on top of that, this is probably your first occurrence outside of your family with the hate towards your brother. So I understand. However, after time goes on, you gotta reel that in. You gotta let people not affect you like that, because you also gotta remember you gotta talk with people with love. Approach people with love, honey. It's hard. It's hard because when people get you upset, and like she said, she was like, "Oh, I feel murder in the stomach." Whoa, whoa! What would Jesus do? Talk to people like that too. Talk to people with love and try to be on the same page. And some people are just a lost cause, and you have to walk away. But friend, you can tell people off the nice way. Kill people with kindness. You ain't gotta unalive people with daggers and knives and knife tongues. Like, no, you ain't gotta do that. You just, unalive them with kindness. But friend, I don't blame you. I would have kicked them out too. Did your friend, the girlfriend, the boyfriend of the girl, did they not know that your brother was gay? Because I feel like that could have been a talk before they got to the party. That should have been a pep talk. Like, oh, well, heads up. This is what's going on. You should have told your friend, like, oh, I guess if she was new. But if your friend knew, he would know not to bring her to the party. Like, what are we doing? That's not your friend. If he knew that this is the person she was, and he just bring her to your party that he knew that your brother would be at with his significant other. No, that's not your friend. Because that was extra. That didn't have to be like that. You got to split both ways. Like, nah, friend, whatever. People were like, if people were just like, oh, what about her feelings? What about your brother feelings? Like, yeah, you went off. But she hurt your brother feelings. You was fighting for your brother. So, I don't know. I can't. Because I feel like if it was my brother, I would be on some other stuff too. Like, no. We probably would have been laying hands, honey. Laying hands and asking for forgiveness afterwards. Because what are we doing? But no. Speak with kindness. Think first. Think WWJD, honey. And keep it moving. Approach people with love and kindness. Okay? Subscribe.